Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just plucked my eyebrows and I have a zit on my chin. So we're gonna be going over some color correcting in this video, which wasn't really planned, but whatever, you know what I mean? It's a good chance to talk about how to cover a zit. I'm gonna be doing my everyday, like, natural look. This is kind of like the everyday look that I've started doing. And I'm going to be using my brand new Morphe 35R palette, which it's so pretty. So I'm gonna be using this new palette and a couple of these eyeshadows to show you what I like to do for my everyday look. This is the perfect look for going to school, going to work. It's kind of like my idea of a natural, like, simple look. I mean, it might not be simple to everybody because it does involve lashes and stuff like that, but this is like the quickest look for me to do to like get out the door and still look kind of glam. Like, this isn't my like 10-minute makeup look. I have that here on my channel. You can click right here to see that one right now. But this is more, I guess, I would say more of a natural look. There is no liner, there's no glitter. I don't do like an intense contour. I don't do anything like that. It's mostly just like more simple stuff, I guess I would say. I focus very heavily on the skin being nice and fresh and dewy, and like, I guess like skin and lashes are kind of like my thing. So that's what I focus on in this. And also, this is a really cool video because if you stay tuned until the end, I'm going to be announcing my very first giveaway. Yay! I'm so excited. So I have been thinking about doing a giveaway for a while, and I've collected a couple of things that I feel like people would like, and it's a little bit of like my favorite kind of stuff, I guess I would say, stuff that I would 100% recommend to my clients, and just anybody. So you have to stay tuned till the end. There is going to be 2 winners, so you're going to have to just stay tuned until the end to see how that works out and how you can enter that giveaway and what is up for grabs. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. It is going to be a talk through, so let's get started. Okay, hopefully this is zoomed in enough so that you guys can see everything. I'm still not any good at this, so. So the first thing that we're going to do, I'm actually going to start with my skin today. I normally start with my eyes, but today I want to start with my skin. So I'm going to use the Scandinavia Primer Spray. This is technically an oil control spray, which is not something I need, but I just really like the way that this kind of gets my skin like almost a little bit tacky for foundation. So I'll spray that on. So then to kind of moisturize my skin a little bit, and this is what we're going to focus on for this area right here. I also have some strange like red bumps that they're not like, they don't feel like bumps on my eyelid, but it's like a strange discoloration on my eye. So I'm going to moisturize that a little bit too. So I'm going to use this, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I will put a link down below where you can buy it. I meant to buy the large one and I bought the little tiny one, so the large one is shipping to me right now. So I'm going to focus this on all of the areas that I feel like get dry, or I have texture. Now I'm going to let this sit kind of in my skin for just a few seconds, and I have let it sit for a minute or so just to make sure that it gets a little bit tacky. This is not like a primer that gets like tacky, but it does, I feel like, kind of settle into the skin and you can kind of feel it, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna let that sit for just a second. Okay, so now that we have let that sit, I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Forever, which I always get these bottles dirty. The Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. You can see where she scratched me. That's gonna be so red. Okay, and I'm gonna use my pinky on my other hand to cover him. And you just wanna make sure that that is blended in really, really well. So I have my Morphe M439 brush and my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation in R230. This is my favorite combination. I do feel like I go through this foundation rather quickly, which is why I will use the liquid one from time to time, but this one is my favorite. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of this on the brush, especially if you want more of a sheer application, like if you're kind of more of a natural person, then putting it on the brush first and then blending it out is gonna give you that more natural effect. but I love that this foundation is like full coverage. I'm just gonna go over everything a little bit. I feel like I should go over that scratch mark on my neck. It's so intense. Well, this stuff is for real, isn't it? Look at that. That's like awesome. I've never actually used it on anything like that before, but look at that. That's impressive. Huh. Listen, that's not perfect, but that's not bad. I'll take it. My neck is so red, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna use this tiny little Morphe sponge to cover him, so that way we're not transferring more bacteria by using the brush and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna get plenty on one side of my sponge, just like that. And obviously I'm packing this on a little bit heavier because it's a blemish. And you do want to make sure that you kind of come at it from every angle. I know that sounds weird, but. So I'm gonna use my regular Morphe sponge and go through and make sure that I have the coverage that I want on the areas that I want. And the dog is still right next to me. She is not gonna leave me, I'm telling you. So before I set this, like, cause it's the cream or whatever, before I set it, I want to do my lips, my little full lips enhancer, because it's a little bit harder to like, go back over that later once you've got like the powder and stuff. I mean, we'll see. I don't usually do it that way, but I could try it, I guess. So I'm just gonna use this for a few seconds. More like 30. I guess it's probably like 30 seconds. Okay, so I got some comments on my last video about the lip thing. I do it a little bit overboard because I want it to, like, in an hour from now when I'm still doing my lips, when I actually go to do my lips, then it'll look like how I want to. Right now it's a little much, but that's okay. And just blend out that foundation that got all creased. This is the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral. Hopefully it's focused. So we're just gonna do this under the eyes. I like to go right here, like that. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand for my blemish, so we're not spreading any bacteria. Okay, so I'm gonna let that concealer dry down there. We're gonna blend it out under my eyes. Okay, so before we set this, I want to use a little bit of the cream highlight. So this is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drop. I feel like all you can see is like the reflection. The Custom Enhancer Drops in Moonlight. So we're gonna go in with a few drops of that. I like to apply this with my fingers. I feel like I don't get the same effect with my sponge. Like, this stuff's amazing. Okay, and now that I have a good base layer of that, you can blend it out with the sponge just to make sure that there's no harshness, because I do want this to look like a dewy effect, I would say. I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Definer in medium brown. So I'm just going to comb all of the brow hairs up and then carve a little line underneath of there. Okay, on my very natural days, I would probably just like go with this, or probably even use like a lighter color. It's so hard to get my brows like to even look similar, like they live on the same planet. Okay, so I'm going to carve those out with some concealer because I feel like I'm not that really good at brows. honestly. Like, they don't look terrible, but I'm not that big a fan. So I'm just gonna use my actual foundation with the B41 flat definer type brush from Morphe. I also feel like my brows always look super intense until I do my eye makeup and the rest of my face, you know what I mean? Because I mean, it is a little excessive. Of course, this is not necessary for your everyday natural look, but I just got this Benefit Pro package in the mail, and they sent me the Gimme Brow, and I have never tried it before, so why don't we try it? So it's like, it says they have like little microfiber hairs or something in these or something like that, I don't know, and it's like tinted, so. I see. I do really like this for showing, like I feel like this really makes my natural hair stand out as I drop it. It does seem like there's a lot of product in there. That's kind of cool. So for a little tiny bottle, or so it seems like a tiny bottle. Okay, now they're definitely sisters and not twins, but you know what, whatever, we're gonna go with it. And you know, technically I should have gone and done this before, but I'm going to, I just feel like I need a little bit of color corrector for this blemish, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of this green concealer from my Graftobian palette, and I'm just gonna pat him on there, and then one final layer of that foundation because it's a cream. Okay, and this is the part that I want to set first. I don't want the foundation or concealer to move from that, so I'm just going to take some powder on my sponge. That powder, by the way, is the RCMA No Color powder. I put it in this little container, which is an old Graftobian container. Just, it's like a powder all over me. Just because I don't really like the packaging that the RCMA powder comes in. I find it kind of hard to use that way. So we're just going to pat this on the rest of my face. You see how much my lips have already gone down though? Like obviously they still look bigger, but they've gone down quite a bit. And that's kind of why I like to go in with that lip plumper more intensely, I guess, than I would if I was like using it like immediately before I went somewhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that powder sit there for just a second. And we're gonna go in with a little bit of powder underneath of my eyes. Now for this part, I don't mind, this is like totally skippable, by the way, you don't have to do this, but I do think that I like to dust the powder all over before going in with the actual baking powder like this. Personally for me, I feel like it works better. Obviously you can do whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna dust this powder off under my eyes here. So we're gonna move on to the eye makeup, which is the whole point of this video. So this is gonna be one of the easiest eye makeup looks that I ever do, like ever. It's not quite the 10-minute makeup look, but it's pretty close. So, okay, so this color here is the first one that I'm gonna go in with. This seems kind of like a weird place for this color. I feel like it should be like in the corner like all the other ones are, but this is more of like a banana color, I would say, like a very light color. So we're gonna do that to kind of get a good base on our eyes. So for that, I'm gonna use my E23 brush by Morphe. So we're just going to put that all over our eyes. And what I really love about this palette is, although it seems like there's a lot of really warm colors, because there 100% is, there's also some really good cool colors in here. So I'm really, really excited about this palette. I really think if you don't have it already, you should totally go out and get it, honest to goodness. I love that. I'm already like so obsessed. I've only used it like 3 times, but I'm really obsessed. So we're gonna use that same E23 brush, and I'm gonna use this color right here, the third one from the bottom, or the, well, I guess whatever. Third one from the bottom or the top on the left side. And it's kind of a more, I don't know, I would say like a neutral undertone. This isn't really warm and it isn't really cool in my opinion. And I'm just going to put that in the crease. Really, really focus that in the crease. Look what I just did with my nail. I swear I do that to every palette. I swear, that makes me so sad. Go back to normal. On a side note though, look at that shade. That is a really pretty color. I really like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to use that color in something. I don't know what, but I'm gonna have to use it in something. Okay, so let me do this on the other eye. I just feel like these are like those perfect everyday colors. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with that shade that's right underneath of it. I would say this is, again, more of a neutral brown because this one under here is very warm, but this one's more of a neutral color. So I'm gonna go in with this one. And these are super pigmented, so I do like tap off my brush a little bit. Same brush. That's why I think this is such an easy look, because I don't use very many brushes, especially as far as eye makeup looks go. This is a very easy look. And I'm really just focusing that on this like rounded outer part of the crease. That's kind of what I'm just focusing on. I want it to be that kind of like cat eye effect without like actually having to do winged liner. Okay, so the color that is right next to this, like it's almost like a pinky undertone, but not really, I don't know. But this is kind of more of a purpley undertone, this shade right here. So I'm gonna go in with that one. I'm going to use a different brush though. So we're gonna go in with the R39 brush that I just talked about in my Morphe haul video. P.S. I love this brush already. So we're just gonna go in a little bit with that color, and it's more of like a flat brush. So we're gonna really focus that on that crease. See how that like is really intense? And this is kind of, I would say, like a purpley undertone. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna put the excess. These are really pigmented eyeshadows. Like really, really pigmented. I'm dusting off my brush a little bit so I can blend that out without all of that eyeshadow on there. I will say I really like this brush because it does pack on like a good amount of color. Alright, so I'm going to use that E23 brush to just kind of blend everything together just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with that original shade just to kind of add a little bit more of that. I really like that color, just to add a little bit more of that color to the overall look. Okay, so I think I want to darken this just a touch on the outer corner. So I'm going to use this color here. So second from the bottom in the middle row. It's kind of more of a cool brown tone. And I'm going to use my this is my, what? This is my Sigma E25 brush. That's what we're going to use. That is what I have in front of me. That is what we're going to use. There are people who are being so loud outside. Okay, so we're gonna put on some lashes. I have the Flutter lashes in Slayla that I just cleaned. I will say I was just looking online for these and they don't have them anymore or something. Is that what's going on? Because that's unacceptable. So I couldn't find them online. So I don't know if they just don't make them anymore or if these were like a limited edition thing or what, but that's gonna make me really sad if they don't make these anymore, because these are my favorite lashes, like of all time, especially for looks like this. These are my favorite lashes. All right, so we're gonna use a little bit of House of Lashes lash glue just on the edge there. Now this is 100% an optional step. You don't feel like you have to do this, I promise. Just, if you are comfortable doing mascara and you cannot do fake eyelashes to save your life, that's okay. Don't do fake eyelashes then. Fake eyelashes are a little bit easier to do when you have eyeliner on. So since we don't have eyeliner, they need to be nice and close to the lash line so that they look really natural. So I'm just gonna get all up close here. These tweezers are sticky from previous lash glue. All right, I love these lashes so much. They're so pretty. And I do a super light application of the eyelash glue, especially on days where I'm trying to make the lashes look very natural. And I let that get really tacky. That makes it a lot easier to put them on, so. All right, so we got some lashes. All right, we're gonna go in with the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. I mostly just do this on the base of the lashes to make them as black as the rest of my eyelashes now that I have fake ones on there. Plus, while they're still a little bit damp, I like to go through and squeeze them all together. Again, that makes them look more natural, especially when they're wet. Okay, so let's move on to contour, because I'm taking way too long to film this video in between letting the dogs out and like my battery dying and my screen going black. It's just been a day. So I'm gonna use, as always, my Makeup Geek contour, which, by the way, I was just recently on their website and found out that Makeup Geek, for one, I strongly recommend these little travel vaults. Mine's a little dirty. These little travel vaults that you can put these in, but you can buy little 4-packs in like your shade. So like, let's say you're fair, you can buy like the, you know, 2 fair blushes and then the warm fair contour and then the cool fair contour. So then that way you kind of get, you know what I mean, like in your own little like set. There's some lights. So I typically go in, there's Porcelain, which is here at the top, which I do on my nose because I don't want a very intense contour on my nose, but I usually go in with the fair or the medium shades for my contour. So that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, as always, with my E58 brush. If you're really like just in a hurry and you don't want to do the like actual contour, this is a good brush to just do some nice bronzer. So I am just mixing the warm and the cool shade together to do a kind of neutral shade, and I'm just going in the major spots, not really like aiming for a very specific contour. Look at the difference, this side of my face and this side of my face. It's a little bit of a difference. On the normal day today, I wouldn't really worry about baking, but I do feel like this side is more like clean than this side, so we are gonna clean it up just a little bit. Just because I do have a very round face, and since our focus is not the eyes today, it's more of the face, I do want that to look very good. There we go. Okay, we'll just let that sit for just a second. I am gonna go and do a nose contour. That's why I said like this is my version of an everyday makeup look, but this might not be everybody else's version. So I'm gonna use the E47 brush by Morphe. Let's see there, E47. And just place some of that contour right here. Alright, so I'm going to use that that E1 brush again and dust off that bakage. Literally just let that sit for like, it wasn't, I don't even know if that was like 2 minutes. It's probably like a minute and a half. I did not let that sit very long. Just because, like I said, this isn't like a full like intense glam, I don't feel like. I'm not doing cream contouring or highlighting or any of that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this more warmer shade. I think this is Chivalry by Makeup Geek. There's no name on the back, but I'm pretty sure it's Chivalry. So I'm just going to tap that onto my brush and put that right above my bronzer. See, I feel like my eyebrows look way better now because like the rest of my makeup is done. Okay. So we're gonna go in with highlight. I've been using this R36 brush, which is by Morphe, and my Makeup Forever Starlit Powder, which I am obsessed with. So we're going to use that as our highlight. Ooh, there's so much of that on the top. So a little bit of this stuff goes a long way, so I tend to tap it off into the lid a little bit because this stuff is intense. See what I mean? That's a lot. But I do love this highlight, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my goodness, isn't this amazing? Like, this is so pretty. Especially if you like are one of those people that likes your skin to look amazing and like you're not really big into makeup. There are days when I just use this moisturizer and then I go in with a little bit of this highlight powder and I just feel like amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I have a video on my Instagram where I'm wearing like lashes and a little bit of concealer and this powder, and like I felt so good, you know what I mean? Because it just makes you feel like so summery and dewy and fresh. Okay, so I'm gonna use my, what is this, M504 brush to highlight my nose and the inner corner of my eyes. So we're just gonna, I love highlighting my nose, but that's so intense. We're gonna go right on top. You see how much my lips have gone down? That's kind of why I do it so much in the beginning, so don't call me crazy. There's a method to my madness. All right, so we're gonna go the inner corner of the eyes, which I feel like really finishes off this eye makeup look. Ugh, I just love this so much. It looks so pretty. I can't wait until I have like a spray tan and I use this powder because it's probably gonna go on my entire body. All right, ooh, so much highlight. I feel like we need to do my collarbones now just because. So I'm gonna go back into my 35R and I'm gonna use the exact same shades that I used before on my under eye. So this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. So I need to put like little numbers or something on the screen. I think when I post the pictures of this eye makeup look, I'll post like the little numbers. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna use my E32 brush, which is like a little smudgy brush. And I'm honestly just gonna pack all of those 4 shades onto the brush at once. Tap it off a little bit and look up. And just push that into the lash line. M507 brush, which is like kind of a pointed little blender brush. And I'm gonna go in with the first 2 shades and blend that out. I don't know how to not look like a crazy person when I do this. Okay, a little bit of mascara on the lower lash line. Okay, I just ordered some of the Makeup Forever lip liners because I heard that they're pretty good, and I have one which is pretty good. So I had like one of the more pinky like nude ones years ago, but it's been a long time. So I got 2C and 3C, so we'll probably see whichever one is lighter because I really don't want like a super intense lip today. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go actually with 3C because it's a little bit more nude and the 2C is a little bit more of the pink. So I feel like if anything, this lip plumper helps me find my lip line a little bit better. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the Morphe Jealousy what is this called? The Morphe Jealousy liquid lipstick. Cannot talk today. And I'm gonna use the E39 lip brush just because I like the way that applies. Also, I feel like when you use a lip brush to apply this, you can get a more like sheer coverage look. So I'm just gonna lighten the center a little bit with Virgin by Morphe. I put a drop of Virgin on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna put a drop of these Moonlight drops. Yeah, we're gonna use this on my lips too. That's how obsessed I am. So it kind of makes a metallic lipstick. Okay, so this is a little bit more pink, I think, than I want it to be, so I'm just going to go over it a little bit with the Anastasia Beverly Hills lipsticks in, this one is Stripped. This is more of like a nude color, I feel like. Alright, and don't judge me, but I'm going to go in with a little bit of Drug Lord. This is really not necessary. I just can't really decide what I want my lips to look like. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that on my finger. It's the white one by Jeffree Star. So, to kind of melt all of these powders together, I'm going to go in with a Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. I love this stuff so much because I feel like it gets rid of that kind of like powdery look that sometimes you can get after you've applied a lot of makeup, obviously, because you are applying a lot of powders. That's like a real thing. Okay, if you've made it to this part in the video, then that means you either skipped forward to get to the giveaway part, which is fine, whatever. Or you watch the tutorial. So if you watch the tutorial, thank you so, so much. I hope that you liked this video. I am so obsessed with this look. I hope that you guys like it too. I know that it's still kind of a full glam look. I get that. But I do think the basis of the eyes being very simple, the colors being very simple, this is something that I think a lot of people could achieve for their every single day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So on to the giveaway. Are you excited? Okay, so there's gonna be 2 winners. One winner here on my YouTube channel and then one winner on my Instagram. And they're kind of 2 separate giveaways. They have the same theme, but they're 2 separate giveaways. There's 2 separate prizes. So you can kind of pick, I guess, which one that you want to enter. So for the YouTube giveaway, there's going to be a link in the description that allows you to enter the giveaway. You have to be subscribed to my channel and like this video. That is it. That's all it takes. I would appreciate it if you could like comment down below or something like that, but it's totally not necessary. Now you can enter, like get extra entries into the giveaway if you share this video on Facebook or Twitter. So you'll be able to share the video and that will get you extra entries, but I know that not everybody has Facebook or Twitter, so it's not necessary. That's just like a little extra. So on the Instagram one, the only requirements for the Instagram is I'm gonna post a picture of the like prize that you can win, and all you have to do is be following my Instagram, and then share that photo with the hashtag Caitlin Boyer giveaway. So honestly, like, as long as you spell my name right, like, you should be okay. Because that's the hashtag that I'm gonna look under. So I'm gonna put it right here on the screen, Caitlin Boyer giveaway. You have to put that hashtag with the photo and be following me on Instagram. So those are the like 3 rules. And that is it. So let's get on to the prizes. I'm so excited. Okay, so if you enter here on YouTube, this is going to be your prize, which looks like nothing right now. So the first thing is, I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna show you the one that I have because I don't really wanna open any packaging. So I'm just gonna show you the ones I have, even though they're not in as nice condition, obviously. So this is a Morphe pressed pigment in Mimosa Sunday, which looks like this. It's a very like shimmery, beautiful shade. I'm such a big fan of this shade. So I wanted to give you guys stuff that I feel like everybody could use and everybody would like. So this is all probably more popular stuff. So this is such a really pretty eyeshadow color. You could probably use this as a highlight too, maybe. I haven't done that yet, but you could totally do that. So that is the first thing. The second thing is an unopened Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. It's the Jaclyn Hill collaboration in the original packaging. I don't know if they still do this, but I bought this a long time ago, expecting at some point to do some kind of giveaway. And since I hit 15,000 followers on Instagram, that is what we're doing. So mine looks like this. Obviously, I'm not gonna open yours, whoever wins this, but this is what mine looks like. If you have no idea what this is, trust me, you're gonna love it. It's one of my most favorite highlighters of all time right there. It's gorgeous on almost everybody. I swear to God, I love this highlighter so much. So this is the Morphe 9B palette, which when I got this palette, I got it back when it had the original packaging. And mine is actually missing one of the colors. This is like it's more of a red color. Actually, I'll insert a picture here. This is what the actual palette looks like when it's like completely intact. But this is one of my favorite blush palettes ever. I love all of the shades in this blush palette. I use all of these shades all the time. I use it a lot on clients, and I'm a really, really big fan of the Morphe brand in general. And this is, I mean, it's not crazy expensive, so I feel okay like recommending it to people, but I would love for somebody to win something like this because I feel like you could, like, anybody could use these products, you know what I mean? So that, and then the last thing is the Morphe 350, which obviously is not as crazy as it used to be, but a lot of people I know haven't tried it. This is mine. So it's a little beaten up, but this is one of my favorite palettes of all time. So I really wanted somebody to win this. If you already have it, maybe you just want another one. But it would be so cool if somebody who didn't have this already like could win this, because this is one of my favorite go-to palettes. I use this on a ton of my clients. I use it all the time. It's got some really beautiful shimmer shades. There's amazing matte colors. This is like my go-to palette. Like, I live for this palette. And then the very last thing is the Micellar water by Garnier. It's called the Skin Active Micellar Water. You shake it up like this, put it on a paper towel and take your makeup off. I live for this stuff. I cannot survive without this stuff. I use it on my clients. I use it on myself. This is how I take off my makeup the majority of the time. When I run out, I have to like get a wet paper towel and put coconut oil on my face and then wipe the coconut oil with a paper towel, yada yada yada. That's all fine and good, but this is just like a way faster version. So I really recommend this stuff. It's one of the most amazing makeup removers I've ever tried, and this one even takes off waterproof, and it says that it is available for, like, this is okay for sensitive skin. I have very sensitive skin. I can vouch for that. So just as a real quick run through, so you're going to get the Morphe 350 palette, the eyeshadow palette, the 9B blush palette by Morphe, the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter, the Morphe Pressed Pigment in Mimosa Sundae, and the Micellar water. I am so excited. You have no idea. I can't wait for somebody to win this prize. And I kind of put this together because this is a very like go-to like staples. You know what I mean? These are staples. This is what I feel like everybody could have and everybody would love. So if you enter the giveaway on Instagram, the first thing that you're going to get is the powder room. I peeled it up a little bit. I'm sorry. It's not opened. But the powder room pressed pigment by Morphe, which looks like this. And mine, I broke already, leave it to me. It's a very pinky, like champagne-y colored. It's very like shiny and beautiful, and I love this for like the lid. I think that it's beautiful on everybody. I use it all of the time on my clients. So you're gonna win that. These all kind of have a theme. I think you're gonna pick up on it. The 9BZ palette by Morphe, which again, mine is, you know, a hit pan. So you have a lot of really good contour shades. All of these shades, this is a very cool contour. This one's a very yellowy contour, which I use on a lot of my clients. So you have some cool shades. You've got, this one's a little bit more of a satin contour shade, so it's not quite as matte as the rest of them. So this, again, kind of following the theme. I think that everybody could use this, and I think it's an amazing bronzer palette. I use it for contour because I'm pretty pale, but for, you know, anybody who's darker than me could probably just use this as like a nice bronze. And there's quite a bit in this one little palette. Of course, the Makeup Forever Starlit Powder in Ivory. This is mine. If you watched the video just now, then you've seen me use this. It is the most amazing highlight. I love this stuff so much, but it is very intense. So that's it right next to Champagne Pop. So this is the Ivory one by Makeup Forever, and then this one is Champagne Pop. So you can kind of see it is a little bit lighter. It's also a little bit more intense. You can tone it down a little bit, but I also felt like having two different highlighters in the giveaway would be good because not everybody wants that much of an intense highlight. So you get that little guy. Then as far as the eyeshadow palette, the brand new 35R palette, which if you watch the video, I just used. So I actually got two when I purchased it when they first went on sale so that somebody could win this one as well. This I know is going to be a staple in my life. I've already used it. This will be the 4th time. I just used it for the 4th time today, and I love this palette. So I really think, like, depending on, I guess, what you're looking for, if you want more newer stuff that maybe I've not tried, it's not tried as true, because I just got this, obviously, then this giveaway is gonna, this prize is gonna be for you. So I really love this palette. You have all of the shimmer shades on this side and then all of the matte shades on this side. There is more mattes than shimmers, which I think is good because I feel like you can get more out of mattes. But they have a really good array of colors as far as these kind of warm neutral shades, but there's some cool ones too. So I really like this one. And then just like the other one, the same micellar water. So I have obviously two of them. So like I said before, this is my favorite makeup remover, so I kind of just want everybody to have one of these. So we have the Morphe 35R palette, the 9BZ bronzer palette, the Starlit Powder by Makeup Forever, the Morphe Powder Room Pressed Pigment, and the Micellar water. I'm trying to like hold that all up. I'm so excited. I can't wait for somebody to win this too. Honestly, like, I obviously have all of these products, so like I would enter both giveaways because I would be happy if I could win either one of them. But if you want to just enter one giveaway and not enter like both technically, then that's totally fine too. But I'm just so excited. So thank you guys so much. The whole reason I'm doing this giveaway is because I'm so happy that you guys like my stuff and you watch my videos and you even care that I exist on the internet. That is so cool. And I hit 15,000 followers on Instagram, which is just insane to me. That blows my mind because this time last year, I think I had like 5,000 maybe, like at most. I know when I went to LA in June, all I wanted to do was hit 10,000 because I was like, man, if I just hit 10,000, then I feel like all these people here would take me seriously. So I just wanted to hit 10,000, and that was in June. So I definitely did not have very many this time last year, and I can't believe how far my Instagram has come. I can't believe how far I have come, I feel like, as a person and as a makeup artist, and I just love being able to teach you guys everything that I know. I feel like working on, you know, 13 people a week at least, and usually in the span of 2 days, Saturday and Sundays. I usually do probably 13 people between Saturday and Sunday, and I do every type of skin and every issue and every sensitivity and every color, and I feel like I have such a good knowledge just by doing that every day. If you're testing makeup out like that so often, then I feel like you have a little bit more of like a knowledge on how everything works, you know what I mean? So I just love to share that with you guys. It's so cool to me to be able to share that with you guys, and I wish that when I had first fell in love with makeup that there was somebody on YouTube. The only person who's really on YouTube that I found like at the time was Candy Johnson, and I was like, I just want to do her job because she was like a makeup artist. She's not like a cosmetologist. She doesn't do hair or nails or, you know what I mean? She just did makeup, and that's what I wanted to do. So it's so crazy, like, you know, 10 years later, here I am. I wish that somebody had told me some of the stuff that I know now, because I didn't, nobody told me. I figured it out on my own, you know what I mean? So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for being here, for watching my videos, for liking my videos, for doing anything involving me on the internet, following my makeup journey. I think it's so amazing that you guys are here with me all the time, and I feel like even though we have a tiny little baby-sized family, we have a little family, and I love it so much, and I love all your comments. So thank you. So hopefully you guys enter the giveaway. Hopefully somebody wins. That would be cool. Like if nobody enters, then nobody's gonna win. So hopefully you guys enter the giveaway, and let me know in a comment down below what you think of the giveaway. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Especially if you're entering the giveaway, because it's one of the requirements. And I will see you guys very soon in the next video. So thank you, I love you, and I'll see you later. Okay, so my cat just jumped up here. I need this to be on video. He just jumped up here with this candle, literally as I was lighting it, and burnt his little whiskers. Right here, can you see him? They're all curled and burnt. Hi guys, okay, welcome back to my channel. Aw, there we go. She's so happy. She's so happy all the time. Okay, I love you very much. Thank you. Yes, I love you. Okay, can you go lay down? Alright, go lay down. Come on, go lay down. Go over there and lay down. Go lay down. There's Name and Jazz's butt. What are you doing? Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. I didn't know you were part of the video. You can't sit on my lap the whole video. I'm sorry. You're shaking the camera. Do you guys want to meet the newest member of our family? This is Bella, which is short for Bellatrix, because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. And she just joined us a couple of days ago, but I already love her so much. She's such a little sweetheart. She only has one ear. This one's not doing so hot, but that's okay. And she's not a fan of the dogs at all.